That's badass.
Staring intensifies.
Dear.
Mental health is important. If you are experiencing any level of mental distress or unease, please seek professional help. Therapists and psychiatrists are there to provide a safe and reliable space to process stress and difficult situations through various methods. They are there to provide preventative and post-care for such things. If you are experiencing a situation that requires immediate or emergency attention, please check the links below for crisis and emergency options. You can also find links below to charities that help children in need. Any help you can provide would be appreciated. Our social media, Ko-Fi, Throne, and Discord server are linked below as well. The Discord is a community gaming space with a completely optional section for Dungeons and Moogles.
As our heroes finished their rest after the battle with Icebeak and his minions, they took the time to sort and claim the loot collected from Wilfred's spread domain. As they reached the end of the process, they called Patches to sell and buy items, but find themselves dealing with one last problem that followed them from the Lich's lair. Anyways, as I was starting to say, this is the first time you've actually, truly, really sold something to him, more than, just an item that was briefly. You see him actually pick up a bag that's sitting on this imaginary counter, and you can now see it, and he hands that forward for you to take in place of how he would normally hand you an item.
Rath goes forward and catches it.
You notice as you accept it and the bag materializes in your hand, the rest of the items just dematerialize right in front of you.
Oh, this is a lot of gold.
Yes, it's a rather large bag because it is not a magical pouch of holding. And
kind of just slams.
which is interesting because he picked it up with just a thumb and 2 fingers, like it was nothing. Like you picked up a feather to hand.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business with you as always. I'm gonna get to work counting.
So he greets you, thanks you for your patronage as always, and poofs away. Which probably kind of offends you because you wanted to shop more, and then you feel someone tapping on your shoulder.
Now, you wanted that magic carpet. I assume you want the largest size we have? At least the largest I can send you.
Yeah?
Are you ready to part with that gold, though?
Yeah. And I just throw him the gold.
So you grab a handful of gold and just throw it through his image, and it just crashes into the dirt.
He told you that it's going to cost 20,000 gold.
Okay.
157, 158.
So you once you accept it, you see him reach under and he, of course, pulls up this rug and hands it out for you to take.
I grab it and then I start kind of examining it, making sure that it flies, because I don't trust Patches at this point. And so I want to make sure that it actually is a magic carpet that flies.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's the large one, 6 foot by 9 foot.
Yay!
And he doesn't even say goodbye to you or anything. He just disappears on you. I mean, you really can't because it comes through into your hand and then he's gone.
Oh, okay.
He instantly ends it when the transaction is done before you even have chance to pass the carpet.
What an asshole! But I got a carpet. I'm gonna go test it out.
Watch you have temporary flying and then just put the regular carpet.
So
my favorite part is she wants this flying carpet despite the fact that half the party can fly.
I know.
And she's one of them that can fly.
So she's gonna go actually lay out her carpet and then she's going to see how fast the carpet can fly along with her wings flapping.
I mean, the fact that as soon as you start to push yourself to go as fast as you can, you go faster than the carpet. The carpet moves at a normal walking pace. You can't move fast with it. You can just move without becoming tired.
No returns.
No returns. You can't get your money back.
No returns. All sales final.
What a weird morning.
Rath, as you're sitting there counting the gold, you can feel Patch's presence behind you. The rest of you are kind of messing with your stuff, rearranging, making sure everything's in the right place. And Rath, you hear a whispering, right?
You may want to check that gold that you've received recently. There seem to be some living creatures mixed in amongst it.
The gold we received from you?
No, the gold that you picked up in that dungeon.
That is most unfortunate. He'll open his coin pouch, look in it.
They don't seem to be any different. There's just plenty of normal coins in there: gold, silver, copper.
Since there's
I did
already
specifically warn about the gold, just in case I was missed.
Mimic.
Bugs?
Rath dumps the coin pouch out to the side of the pile that is already in. I don't know if it's like a bag of holding where just everything comes out,
Yeah.
or if he can.
Yeah, it's
tell it
basically
to
a
just
bag of
dump-
holding for money only.
Yeah, he'll just dump everything out and start sifting through it cautiously.
That would
Alright.
make noise, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's noticeable. You seem to dump out, what, over 100,000 coins easily?
60, 70, 80, right around 90,000.
Yeah, it's a crap ton of coins. It just clink, 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 spreading out across the ground, making plenty of noise.
What are you doing?
Patches told me, or warned me, that there was something wrong with the gold we got out of there. Something alive. I don't want it to eat my gold.
So we eat it first. Gotcha.
Gold coins.
Can I use?
Oh, wait, I'm not.
Can I
I'm
use
not
Eldritch
around.
Sight?
Eldritch Sight to detect magic?
Yes.
Absolutely. You notice that a rather large portion of the gold coins have life signatures.
This is gonna be a long one.
What?
So, there's definitely life in that pile.
Oh. Do you think it's good or bad?
That part I can't tell.
So you can at
Right.
least be like, hey, this one is living, and you can pick it up. But what do you want to do? How do you want to test this? How do you want to figure things out? Since you know
I'll
it's a lot.
separate one of the living ones.
Okay. So when you first
This
pick it
one.
up, it feels like a gold coin still.
About it. Looks normal
It's
to me.
unnatural. It's living though.
Can you eat it?
I mean, we are testing things, but
Please don't.
let's save eating for after.
Oh, hold on.
Have you not heard how dirty money is?
You don't
I
know where
mean-
this has been.
True, but also, that just tastes pretty good.
You are speaking to a dwarf who has eaten eldritch flesh. Keep that in mind.
And literal rocks.
Yes.
You're not taking that
He
rock from me.
makes
I'll eat you.
Pie Spice a fair point.
Yeah, fuck it. Let him eat it.
Yeah, here you go.
Hey, coin, you're gonna get eaten unless you tell us who you are and what you're doing here.
Ah!
That says to the coin.
So convincing.
It does not respond to you?
Okay.
And Captain just pops it in his mouth and starts chewing.
Watching intently.
So what is your constitution modifier, my dear captain?
Constitution modifier, that's gonna be +6.
Okay, so your AC is 16 for this attack.
Well, my
It
constitution
does not
total is
manage to deal
22.
damage. So
Okay.
as you start biting into it, it just becomes like a spike ball. Like, you know how there's certain fish that'll bloat themselves and just spike outwards? It does this in your mouth, but you manage to kind of pull back and it doesn't pierce anything because it's rather weak as a whole. And then you go back and just finish biting into it and kind of splits in two. And unmistakably, this is a mimic.
Ah,
You're telling me there's a bunch of mimics in my gold?
yes.
Motherfucker! And he'll just dig his hands into the pile and cast Shocking Grasp.
So as you're about to cast the spell, you do remember that you took all the gold and you divided it out between everybody.
Everybody dump your gold! And he's just gonna...
Dumping it out.
Pick it out.
He's just gonna start like kung fu chopping into piles of gold and just shocking grasping everything.
So, yeah, it takes a bit.
I'm watching it.
And every time you hit it, just more and more of the coin just kind of start to wilt and turn into melted flesh instead of coin. As you lose 75,321 of those gold pieces you claimed.
Oh,
That's why the gold was originally split in the loot. You only
Damn it, okay.
actually received 3,700 from everybody.
What's the subtraction?
So,
Okay,
Raph, what's the divided out amount on that 75? 321.
740. So, if we subtract that from the 4...
Wait, where's the 740? Where's that number coming from? Is that the
is
remainder?
3,700. That is 3,700 divided by.
No, the
That's how much
3,700 is
each
the good gold.
Right, divided by 5, so we each get 740 gold points instead of 15,004. So if we want to do it easily, we just subtract whatever number we had by 15,060.
Yep.
15060.
15064.
64. Thank you.
I feel broke.
I'm still good. I still have
Ref,
30,000.
go ahead and type the amount that needs subtracted real quick.
Okay.
That way my brain can keep a hold of it long enough.
When Captain Flowers ate that, was there a particular taste of the mimic?
Yes, actually. It tasted like if you made taffy out of meat.
Meat taffy. Was it more like a umami taste or more like a sweet taste?
You know, I've never in my life ever considered exactly what a mimic tastes like, but for you, Captain, I'll think about it for a moment here.
Wait, did I just make popcorn mimic?
In a way, yes, you did. So prior to them getting toasted, a mimic meat has a texture very similar to that of an alligator, so it's very tough while still having that kind of weird taffy give to it. And the flavor itself is sweet. It tastes almost like what would happen if you used sugar to create a candied jerky, as far as flavor goes. As for these popcorn ones, the toughness is even more so than it was before. All of you would be able to bite through it, but it's closer to eating a rock than meat at this point. And any of that taffy texture is just gone.
Fucking mimics. Taking my gold.
Yeah, okay, so
sad.
I rolled a whole bunch of random curses. I told you guys, like, when you saw those dice rolls, I was like, oh, I'm just rolling, curses and loot and all of that. I wasn't kidding. It randomly, out of all that loot, the gold pile ended up rolling mimics. Just gold, that gold pile was mimics. Roll for it. I went, okay, there just went all of your gold, thanks to the random curse chance.
Oh, we're still rich.
Captain, you're lucky it didn't bite your tongue.
I would have bet it right back. My tongue would have punched it right in its little nose.
The funny thing is Twilight
What?
doesn't know any of this.
Don't question it.
Oh yeah, Twilight still has all the mimics.
Oh, shit.
Wait, why? Oh, yeah, because she's still
She
floating
said she
around and
didn't.
everything, huh?
Yeah, she's trying out her magic carpet.
We should probably tell her.
No. Let her
You'll
find
be
out for
able to
herself.
sort it out once she gets back. It's fine.
It'll be fine. We'll remember later. Totally.
Totally, yes. No one will remember anything from her.
So, do we just hang out till she gets back?
Let me
So
start collecting
between
these. And I can start
dividing
eating
out the
them.
loot, her testing out her carpet, selling things, the time it took to get all that money put down, kill everything, make sure everyone got back their correct amounts, etc., etc. It's been about 3 hours. It's like 11 a.m. right now.
Well, we made pretty good progress yesterday, so I don't think we really have to march on too quick. Breakfast and travel in though. Or sorry, eat lunch.
On game. Let's just chill for now. What's the hurry?
Well, we should get some travel. At least 2 months.
We could just eat and walk.
Whoa. We can do that?
Pius, you think? Pius, I'm so sorry. Captain, you think you could make a meal to go? Sandwiches, wraps, maybe?
Nah, I can do some wraps. Nice, I can do that. Give me a
Alright.
little bit. Let me wrap this up. Yeah. See what I did there?
That was a good one.
I love that one. Yes, that way we can just, make progress and feed all of you.
It is very important, Pius.
Yes.
Are you
Well,
wanting
let's
spicy
see.
or not spicy?
Half each. I'll take spicy though. Let's get camp broken down while he gets that together and save some time.
Go
Are
make
you
it
guys
done.
waiting
Okay.
for me to come down, or
I imagine this is all happening while we're waiting.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly take you that long to test your carpet out. You notice them breaking everything down, so you just kind of like come back down at that point. At which your gold can be sorted out as well. Okay, so you're kind of making sure like your stuff is all set and everything. There's not a lot you have to do to put up your camp since you don't put out bed rolls and all that. You notice that Patches left you a little gift. You see a pouch in your bag, like kind of at the top of all your stuff, and it just says from Patches.
And then we grab the cat. No, I guess we put the back at pets.
Did you catch that, Pius?
I've
Did you lose Pius?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I'll open it.
It is a bag of ball bearings, and they appear to all be made out of gold.
Oh, yes.
Did anyone else hear that Hank Hill guy?
Oh,
Oh, I thought I was the only one that heard that.
you just hear yes from 300 feet away. He comes over, just shoving them in his mouth. Why left me a gift? Why does it sound like Goofy?
Hey, yuck!
That just left me a gift. Yeah, he's
So
gonna
normally
immediately eat
a
that
bag of
entire
ball
bag.
bearings weighs about 2 pounds, but gold is incredibly heavy by comparison. And I think the iron to gold weight difference is like roughly a ×3, so you got like 6 pounds worth of gold ball bearings.
He's eating it as fast as he can.
You're gonna hurt yourself. You're not gonna want to walk after all that. Jesus, Pius, slow down.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. You
No
get
one's
to
gonna
about like
take 'em.
1 pound, and you start to have like the honeymoon phase, so to speak, kind of like wears off, and you're like, oh, I'd rather like slow down and enjoy this as you start to feel them kind of clink, 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 clink down there in your tummy tom tom.
My
Yep.
my cables are stretching.
Haven't you heard not to eat too much candy or you get a stomachache?
No, because I don't eat that much of anything except for golden ball bearings.
Rat face palms.
I'm not equipped for this.
Any of us are. Just go on the side of the road when, phase 2 happens.
Oh god, it's
So,
stop.
so
I
you only
can
eat
smell it.
1 pound of the gold ball bearings, and you need 10 for this next phase. So
Perfect.
you've got plenty of space to go. Captain, I am gonna go ahead and add the mimic meat for you instead of explaining how to add it at the moment.
I'll take it.
This way. Search meat. Yes, I literally added meat as an item for Captain. You get about 5 pounds of it out of all that.
Don't worry, I won't tell nobody. It'll be the best meat you've ever had.
Right.
Fried
Well-
mimic meat.
Shall we?
Yes, and Captain Flyer starts handing out beef and cheese crunch wraps alongside a
Gross! Yuck!
Okay,
Fine, I'll
cheese
do it.
Sandwich,
at Twilight.
and then just a cheese and lettuce sandwich to of course, the vegetarian.
As
Okay, Captain.
I'm gonna-
Fried mimic meat is in your inventory. If you want to change the description to have its like texture and flavor, you can do that.
Don't worry.
Alright.
Captain's just eating them like popcorn.
As we're walking.
What was that,
Twilight,
Twilight?
May Twilight summon Patches really quick.
Or what?
I am tired of holding these bear traps, and I want to just give them to him.
Just give them?
Yeah, I'm tired of
Right.
looking at them. They're not doing me any good. They're weighing me down.
All right, how many bear traps is that?
Just 2. She summons Patches, and she just the moment that the portal opens, she's just chucking them in there.
I mean, there's no portal. It's an illusion of him. So
Oh,
just
okay.
throw
So she-
them at him, apparently.
Yeah, basically. And then she hangs up.
Yeah, it's hilarious. You try to hang up, and it doesn't work.
Fuck!
The band traps do dematerialize, but they don't hit him or anything. On the other hand, you see him wind his hand back and throw toward you, and he gets pelted in the face by 5 gold
Ow! God!
as he pays you for the bear traps.
Nice shot.
Willie,
Thank you!
No, not you, Patches.
Fuck!
as we walk along, Rath is chewing on breakfast, but the majority of it he kind of holds up, and the little pseudo dragon holder eats the most.
All right.
Oh.
He is more than happy to be eating that.
You bet.
So, should we recap everything while we walk along?
Wait a minute, my gold. As I'm putting my 5 gold in there. Where is my gold?
That was all sorted out
In
already.
your pouch.
Before you left. Twilight is aware of what happened and had her gold fixed. Everyone's good on that. We're past it.
Oh. Okay.
So recap.
Someone ratted.
Well, I'm just wondering if we should consider the area we just left, because we know, what was it that we learned, that they were 400 or 500 miles up the road? Is that right? Wilfred, that is?
Yes, I do believe that would be correct, Rath. As for recapping,
Okay.
there are some things I would like to discuss with all of you. And you notice Spiritonus is literally walking alongside Rath at the moment.
Oh.
How does everyone feel after a little bit of rest? Let's start there.
I'm sick.
Like I could take you on a fight.
That might be fun. Although I think the rest period may be more than you're willing to take right now. You do have a job to complete after all.
Grr.
Yeah, we do.
Did you need something, Spiritonus?
Yeah, I figured we could discuss what you learned, what you saw, how the fight went, so on and so forth.
Well, I don't think I've ever came that close to death.
It was quite the battle. And, Rath, Bias, I feel I should apologize to both of you. I did say, Rath, that I had no intent to harm your allies unless they got in the way. That is what happened. But still, Bias, to have not been cleaved cleanly in two, that is mighty impressive. But still, my apologies for doing so.
That's okay. It was actually kind of fun. Thinking about it now, of course.
Yes. Now, that battle is only a precursor for what's ahead. There are battles that you will face that cannot be won alone. Battles that are part of each of your own making, of your own goals as individuals, but only together will you be able to win them. So, I will ask that none of you try to run off to face your problems alone. At least not until you've reached Eldwyn at the end of the Highroad.
I think even then we're better off together.
Yes, but sometimes life takes you different ways. There's a chance that you may find new allies that you have to adventure with for a time. But no one knows what the future holds, right?
Well, technically, yes.
I mean, we shape our own future after all.
And I've been there.
And we eat our own food.
That's true. Speaking of which, time is quite a confusing concept, especially when you factor in that you can travel through time. I would like to press that there are certain things that simply cannot be changed. The circumstances by which they happen, or perhaps the exact way they happen, are up for debate. But, Tempest, you seem to have been touched by a very powerful entity from the future. You've seen some things. The fact that you've seen them, I believe those things are immutable, things you would not be able to change.
Oh?
All of us deities have had some foresight into the future. It simply comes with the job, so to speak. And when something can be changed, something is fluid, you often see it as vague black wisps more than a solid state of being. The things that you can clearly see, clearly hear, those things cannot be changed.
Okay.
Things to think about in case any of you see more of the future.
In case we see what?
More of the future.
He's speaking really deep here.
That's because
He's
he's
a god.
Is this a riddle?
Yes. No, by no means is it a riddle. As I said to Rath, I think before you and Pius and Captain had found your way to the battle, sometimes things sound as if they are riddles, simply because you do not understand them, not because they are. But back to discussing these future battles. I believe that some of them along the high road, all of us gods have felt various presence, more than one, along the road that may be even as difficult as your fight with me. Enemies that you cannot even scratch without either meeting certain requirements or pooling your magic together, similarly to how you did. Perhaps not at the same level. So be prepared. If you see that your attacks and your opportunities do not do what you had hoped, you may have to resort to riskier moves. But whatever comes, trust each other. Talk to each other. You all seem very close, but you also seem to hold a certain amount of fear of what may come. Things you don't want to openly discuss. That may cause problems. It may not. But as long as you continue to fight alongside each other, I believe you will prevail. Our battle was a test, one of many that you have already been put to, and one of many more to come. The strength of your united front is what I wanted to see. It is the challenge I have presented to every warrior I have faced. And you passed, clearly. You were able to do what no other mortal has ever done. You hurt me. Now, I recovered much faster than the rest of you, but I still had to take time. Twilight, yes?
Are you training us for something bigger?
Yes. All of us are. We deities, like I said, have had some amount of foresight into the future. The Forgotten One is a powerful presence. One that, if freed, its mere existence could destroy Maluviette. It's happened many times. Many worlds have fallen to him escaping his prison. And every time he does, Cosmos must perform a ritual. She rarely can complete it before the world is destroyed. And each time it costs more of the deities. There was a time where hundreds, if not thousands of us had existed. They're down to the few that you know of now. We believe that if he is freed again, it would be the last time that he can be sealed. That whatever world comes after Maluviette will be the final world. We cannot stop him. Despite all our power and efforts, reality itself has been woven that we may not interfere. Only chosen heroes can. And we are preparing those heroes for when they finally meet him, so that they can hopefully save the world.
We can save the world.
Perhaps.
We can
Perhaps
help
not.
save the world. But as we learned in our fight with Spiritonus, us as a group is just an individual compared to all of the world. The world will have to save itself. And
Yes.
we're one step in uniting it.
That very well may be the case. We gods do not know the true answer. There are mortals that believe that the Forgotten One can be saved, no longer sealed away, and the world saved. There are those that believe he could be destroyed, and that somehow the world may live despite the lack of his presence. There are some that believe he must merely be kept sealed, and that there are ways to reinforce his cage so that it does not break.
Has anyone tried to just ask him to stop?
Cosmos has pleaded with him time and time again. He is beyond words, he is beyond conversation. Madness has taken him. He is the god of torment. He is pain personified, the source of all pain. A world cannot truly exist without it, though. If pain were not to exist, there would be no joy. There would be nothing to compare that happiness to. Everything would be neutral and gray. Unfortunately, he is overcome by it. He doesn't destroy on purpose. He does not mean to. But if you were faced with a pain so overwhelming that not even a god could manage to control it, what do you think would happen to you?
We would prevail.
No. I would imagine that over time your sanity would completely dissipate.
Consider what those torment fragments do to you with a mere touch. Consider that is a fraction so small that it could be considered a rounding error when it comes to the pain that he feels. This is why his presence tears realities apart.
And what caused this pain for him?
I do not know. Cosmos has refused to speak of it. Cosmos and Chaos are the only two that truly know.
Maybe I should speak with Cosmos then.
I do not believe she would be willing to speak, at least not on that matter. You may
Doesn't hurt to try.
I do not believe this is the time for that, though. So keep it in mind. Do not forget it. I only have so much time that I can follow alongside you and speak.
Well, your time is
I have a
appreciated.
question.
Yes, Twilight.
So train us so we can defeat it stronger and better.
Again, our time that we can, all of us deities, can spend speaking with you even, is very limited. We do not have the time to truly train you. So instead, we are testing you to see if you have learned the lessons we feel are most important.
To what?
Is up-
We learn the what?
To learn the lessons that we believe are most important. And so far, Rath, you have proven it, time and time again. Risha did not test
High
you.
praise.
Yes. Risha believed you already knew what was needed. That you need to go. You cannot stagnate and simply sit still. You proved that just by journeying down the road. Storm wanted you to prove that you must not give up. You must not be willing to die for your cause. You must be willing to live, to survive. Because if you die and there's no one to take up the mantle, eventually your cause will be lost. Agnos wanted you to prove that kindness can be given, even to those you may believe are enemies. And that ties into what Bicken wished to learn, and that wished for you to learn, and that is that change can happen. That kindness extended to an enemy could potentially make them an ally, could bring them around to your cause. Piccolo, the man you let live while in that temple, he has been on a journey of change since. The evil in his heart is beginning to fade. I feel you deserve to know that your choice had an impact, and a powerful one at that. I wanted you to know that the bonds of your trust and your faith are a strength in and of themselves. Matherian will be the next that you speak with. I cannot tell you what she will test you on, though. That is something you will have to find when you reach it.
I look forward to meeting her. Just as I have all of you.
I'm sure she looks forward to it as well.
Huh.
I do have to speak on a couple of the deities amongst us, though. You've had interactions with Tiamat. She's found various ways to exert her influence on the world, to get around those rules that keep us from doing so. Her artifacts, they are not truly sentient, but they have come to hold some amount of thought. And she's found a way to use that to almost treat them as if they were avatars of herself. And that is how she tries to exert her influence through them. We do not know truly what her plans are, but we know she opposes what we are doing. She believes that in gathering the relics as we have and passing them along to heroes of the future, that we are only hastening the return of chaos. She believes that the quest that that Cosmos has set you on, and us as well, will only bring the end of the world faster. That is why she opposes it. Although she may be the source of evil in the world, of hate and anger, so to speak, she is actually trying to act in the best interest of the world still. You can hate her for what she does, but please understand she is only doing what she thinks is best for the world to survive. Because if there is no world, how can she act within it to spread her will? It may be done for evil reasons. Rath, please, I'm sorry, repeat yourself.
Without light, there is no darkness, and with darkness, there is no light.
Exactly.
Balance is another thing I've learned on this journey.
Yes, and you will likely be tested on it at a point to see if you understand the lesson well enough to put it into action. The other deity that I wish to speak to you about, Tatali, the god of light, of life. Pardon my misspeaking. You, in a sense, have already encountered him. A piece of him does walk alongside all of you. You see his gaze turn towards the hermit. And as he looks at the hermit, he says, you already carry Tatali's artifacts. You carry a modicum of his power. That is truly the reason why you can act as you do, Finnegan. You will learn why you've been put together the way you have. That journey that you were on to reclaiming who you truly were. I'm not allowed to speak more on the matter, but I wish to let you know that you will not truly encounter Tatali on this journey because of it. Now, like I said, my time is limited. I would like to discuss the various ways you learned to fight in that battle, but I could potentially answer a question or more if any of you have any.
What is our next step? Who do we meet with now?
You'll continue down the road, and you'll meet who you will meet. There's no way to change the path you're on, unless you choose to simply leave it. This road is a very straight one for you, unfortunately. Much of it has been predetermined. It is how you respond that will determine how it changes and how it turns out.
Typical answer from a god.
Huh?
Tempest, I understand your skepticism. In worlds past, we had much to do with the world, could freely interact. But the Divine decided, as Maluviette was created, that perhaps our interference was part of what drove the madness to grow as fast as it did. That is why this reality has been woven that we can only interact so much. We don't truly set you on journeys, at least not ones that you are forced to take. You all have the option to leave this at any point. We cannot force you along. Just know that it is a very straight road that you walk, metaphorically, and that the difficulties, you may not be ready for them when they come. You may not survive them, as much faith as we may have in you. We cannot change how things turn out. If you fail, it will be upon your own shoulders.
Well, I don't see us failing.
Neither do I. As a group,
Not a chance.
Yeah, we're not gonna fail. So we do this with or without your help. You
He is
train us
helping.
so you can make us power more better, or we do this alone.
You see him snap his fingers. And Twilight,
Twilight,
you
I'm
have
not-
no mouth. This is why I've muted you in the chat.
Twilight, have you not seen that our battle with him has already brought us much understanding as to each other's abilities and powers, and has trained us in his own way? The rest is up to us, hard work and dedication.
Yes. Now, anyone except Twilight, do you have a question for me?
No.
I don't
All
believe
right.
so.
No.
Can't
Then
think
on
of
to
one.
what you learned in the battle. You may not have realized it. This is the main reason I'd like to discuss it. He snaps his fingers again, and Twilight, your mouth has returned. You are capable of speaking, but he does eye you, and you can tell from his gaze, he's telling you not to be an asshole, basically. Your blade song. You heard mine. I'm sure all of you did. You're still new to my fighting style. I do not expect that you will make a point of mastering it. That is fine. You did quite well, all the same. How you merged your blade song, though, manipulated the magic, were able to connect with each other's magic. It's not an easy ability to master, but there's potential that if done correctly, you could connect with your opponents, right like you did with me. And you may be able to use that as a way to modify their magic, to potentially stop it, change it to be something perhaps beneficial to yourself. Or you could use it to connect the way you did with your allies, to be able to share innate magical abilities, such as Twilight's natural luck. I'm sure at least a couple of you felt that kick in. Or perhaps Rath, your ability to breathe lightning. Dragonborn are not known for any special organ that can do it. It is an inherent magical ability. You could perhaps share that through this process, just as much as you could share spells.
I didn't realize the extent of it. That's impressive.
Yes. That is why I wanted to talk to you all about it. Of course, the most obvious application of it is what is known as merge casting. You've done it several times before, even before our battle, where the two of you or more, stand close to each other, weave two spells that you're each of you casting one to create a new spell from it, or perhaps just to enhance the power of one of your spells. I believe you used, at one point in Wilfred's domain, you cast Wall of Fire alongside Continual Flame, melded the magic together, creating a perpetual wall of fire that sealed that entrance.
Yes, we've always benefited from the help of the hope fragments whenever we've done this.
Yes. You can do such things without the fragments. The fragments, more or less, enhance the magic further. The effects. At times, they may create unintended side effects. But without them, even in the midst of combat, you may be able to merge spells, work together, and perform great feats that you hadn't considered in the past. Pious, Tempest, two of you share at least one spell in common from your patrons. Eldritch Blast, I do believe, is what it's typically called. Consider what might happen if you were to merge that and cast that as a single spell together.
Ooh, I've already got a name for it. Eldritch Cannon.
Yes. Perhaps you could launch a
Pious.
single Mighty Blast. Perhaps you could launch a larger number of them. Perhaps you could just cast the same number, but slightly more powerful. Consider what could happen if you tried to combine Eldritch Blast with Lightning Bolt. Could you create potentially a far more powerful version of Witch Bolt in doing so? Now, know this ability does not come without risks. If done improperly, Rath, your body shows the marks of what can happen. The spell failing is the least of your worries if you fail to do so. Yes, Tempest?
Raise my hand. So, all this talk about power, are you or any of the gods responsible for this? When I reference Quay on my shoulder?
No. That is actually the mark of the future that I was speaking about. That bird is displaced through time.
That is not the answer I expected.
I can feel the power of your patron on it. Your patron must be the connection. To who or what, I do not know.
Okay. Well, at least I learned something.
Now, in the same vein as merge casting, there is also a technique known as overcasting, where you pump far more magical power into a spell than normally intended. Now, spellcasters do this all the time. Lightning Bolt is a good example. It has its baseline power, but as you learn higher forms of magic with greater power, you can cast that lightning bolt to the same level as those higher levels. Overcasting is similar, but different. It is to surpass your normal limitations. Perhaps you'd cast that lightning bolt just, to apply a word, a couple of levels higher. Perhaps you would cast it at 10 levels higher, surpassing your normal ability to cast a singular spell. If you can control the magic and succeed, you can cast something far more potent. You've done this multiple times. In fact, that is likely why you've received so much damage from what you did, Rath. You not only merge casted, but you overcasted with the power of you and all of your allies. There's a point where the power becomes too much to control, regardless of your capacity to do so. But if done in good measure, you can create powerful spells when you do so.
I'll keep that in mind, thank you.
Another one. Pius, this was something that you did in the middle of the fight. And I'm sad to see that you didn't do a better job of it, actually, against those penguins. You prepared, instead of to attack or to move, you took the time to be ready to block my blade.
Yes.
You can do such things. Yes. And you can do such things in combat, even against, I hate to say it this way, but beings that are lesser than me. You can prepare to defend your allies if you don't know what to do, such as when those penguins. You're preparing to attack them instead of preparing to defend your captain.
Well, yes, but he has more experience with these things than I do,
Sure.
as far as penguins go. So it was more a trustworthy thing, I guess.
And that is fair. In the middle of combat, it is hard to determine what the best course of action is. Even
Because
gods like
you
myself
should
don't
know-
always make the best decisions.
Yes, you should know that as a warrior, hesitation can cause people to die. So I didn't have time to just sit and think. I acted.
Yes. So perhaps in your free time, think of different ways that you can utilize your abilities in different ways than typical. That is the true point of my bringing it up.
Thank you.
Now, the last point I'd like to discuss actually relates to Tempest. I don't think any of the rest of you can push yourselves to such inhuman speeds. I will be honest, for a brief moment I had difficulty following you, Tempest.
Smug.
Now, being able to move at such high speeds, to be able to do so much more in such a limited time, opens up opportunities outside of merely attacking and slaying your enemy. Perhaps you'll be fighting an enemy in the future, human, more like yourselves, intelligent. It would be possible with such speed. You could do something similar to how you tied my legs. A set of manacles don't take long to clasp on. You move fast enough, you may be able to apply a set to both their arms and their legs, to restrain them more thoroughly. Another potential is you could move to an enemy, you could grab them, and then drag them a greater distance. You could put them in a position more advantageous to the rest of your party.
And she's silent.
So, just another way to consider, you have these
It cut
abilities.
you out for a good chunk there.
Okay. Consider that you could slap a set of manacles onto a human enemy's arms and then their legs. You could more thoroughly restrain them, make them less of a threat. Or you could potentially move into position, grab an enemy, drag them to another point, one that's more advantageous, such as dragging an enemy a great distance so that they're within range of Flowers, Pius, and Rath. Save the rest of your allies time moving. Give them more time to act.
So reshuffle the board, essentially?
Yes, that is something you could potentially do with speed like that.
Huh.
In particular, like Rath. Rath can use spells that hit an area. Perhaps you could line up a few enemies together. That way he could unleash an attack that hits more of them.
Like it. More bodies for the win. Looks like
Yes.
Rath happy.
You are very skilled with your scythe. Honestly, I think Ferroti is looking forward to meeting you in particular. But that is not all
I'll
you are
challenge
capable
anyone.
of. That
I
is
have-
all I was looking to
Fielder.
discuss.
I have a question.
Yes, Twilight.
Well, first up, I'm sorry for being an asshole, and I wasn't trying to be. I wanted to apologize for that.
I appreciate the apology.
But what about our weapons? What if we combined our weapons together? What would happen then?
It's hard to physically merge things together. Merging your spiritual being, your souls, your essence, what creates the magical power within you, that is something that is far easier to do. Combining your weapons, I do not believe would yield any interesting results.
However, you can use them in tandem with each other, and he, like, fake attacks towards Twilight and create an opening for your friend in order to guarantee success.
Yes.
What? Explain that to me?
You can help each other by distracting enemies with physical combat if you're trying to attack them. That's what I'm saying.
Nope. We'll have experience with that.
You have a lot of experience with that. You typically don't fight on the front lines. This is probably why you don't know much about it.
You're right. I don't.
So, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, if you do want to get up in the fray, then that's something you can do. We typically use ourselves as a means of catching the attention of our enemies, to distract them at times, for our friends, maybe on the other side of them, to attack them. Thank you, Spiritonus. This was very... It's very appreciated. And
You're
very
welcome.
useful.
There is one very specific combination that I would like to tell you. Just because it actually seemed like a very useful idea. It stems actually from when you used Wall of Fire alongside Continual Flame. Perhaps, as I discussed with you, Tempest, moving several enemies into a line, if you were to merge Continual Flame with Lightning Bolt, perhaps you could create a continual lightning that sticks to the enemies that it hits. I'm not sure if it'd work. I'm not much for magic myself, but I thought it might be an interesting idea to try.
Of course. I'm sure we'll come up with many combinations that are effective for what we need.
I'm sure you will. Unfortunately, it is becoming difficult to maintain my form here, so I must bid you all farewell.
Thank you. And I'm so sorry for being an ass.
It is all right. Until we meet again, Rath.
Friend.
Yes, my friend.
And Rath will clasp his wrist if he has it out.
Yeah. As you extend your arm out, he reaches to meet your outstretched arm.
Is it a good shape? He gets his arm crushed.
Spiritonus, he holds back enough to not do that. But he kind of fades out after that moment. It leaves you all to continue traveling down the road.
What do y'all think?
Oh, I'm so excited. I want to fight for OT.
There's a lot of potential here. We could essentially create a god-killing thing.
I'm not sure about
slay a
that.
god.
Hold
Rath,
on now.
your thoughts wander just a little bit. Back to that spell. The one that you had that prophetic vision of, the same as Nick.
Wh-
The one
one
that
that's
combined all
tattooed
the
over-
elements. Yes.
Like 70% of my body.
Yeah. And as your thoughts wander to that, you can't help but think how much easier it may be to cast if multiple of you are providing different aspects of it.
His thoughts go from that to the tattoo on Tempest's back and starts to consider, instead of destruction, what that spell would look like if it would create instead.
Rath, we'll have to think on it a bit more. Mainly because I'm going to have to think on it a bit more. Yes, so you've got about, 4 hours of traveling, about 3 p.m. at the moment, as Spiritonus kind of fades out. You notice that time seemed to have passed a bit different while he was walking alongside you. And despite the length of your conversation being closer to like 45 minutes-ish, y'all covered like a few miles of travel in the process, as well as, not a few miles, but like a few hours of travel. And you seem to have cleared the correct amount of distance for the time spent. Almost like gap periods where there was just silence seem to have been cut from your memory or something.
Amazing.
This is
Okay, say that all
Oh, yeah.
again.
You
We
seem
covered
to have
a lot of
lost
travel
time. You lost time in your heads, I should say. You lost memory, but only of the unimportant things. Yeah, it's about 3 o'clock. You've covered about 16 miles during this time. Obviously, you've only traveled for about a half a day's time. The weather, it doesn't look like it's like really bad, just some light cloud coverage. It looks like it might start snowing again.
Well, should we set up camp, or do you think we should push through before the snow starts falling?
Push through.
Let's try and push through.
Yeah, the sooner we get through this, the sooner we can say goodbye to this snow. I'm over it.
I think we've got quite a ways to go in the snow.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
I'm gonna punch her.
I don't think
Not yet.
anyone would stop you.
Not yet. There's always a perfect place for that.
Oh?
When she's sleeping.
Perfect.
That evil smirk on my face.
No.
Haha, haha.
Well, let's make up some ground then.
Okay.
Like, you
Go
want me
go
to
gadget legs.
Hey, God, excuse me. After about another 2 hours, it does begin to snow. It is light snow. It's not coming down that fast. It doesn't look like it's going to bury you or anything, but you can feel the temperature dropping still. It's about 5 p.m. The sun's starting to set. The snow's starting to come down. Pius, your temperature gauge is saying that it's about 12 degrees currently. Fahrenheit.
We should probably find a spot to set up before we lose the ground. At least what's visible.
It's a good idea. And I will start casting gusts to clear snow out from the immediate area around us, and then a section off to the side of the road where we can set up
I mean, why are you? Is that a cantrip or a spell?
a cantrip.
So as you're blowing down the snow, at this point, because of how there's just been snow, you've been able to tell where the road is, basically because the snow seems to be imprinted with these bricks, and it's also like the main open space. Like you look between the trees and you just see that there's this open, straight, rectangular line. You haven't really been able to see the road for weeks at this point. And as you start trying to blow it away with gusts, you get down like 4 feet and you still have not seen the ground. You guys have been walking atop pretty thick layer of snow at this point.
Oh, I don't think this is gonna work.
No, it probably
not?
won't. Here,
One
let me-
second.
Haven't been near the ground this long.
Give me just a moment.
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at the floor until I see dirt.
Alright. So you
Yeah.
pow, 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 pow. And you're kind of doing it in like this circular motion, so there's actually like some type of gap and hole.
Mhm.
It doesn't take like too long. Like 5-6 castings in, you've been able to create a circle. It has 120-foot range. And you can see down this hole, it's about 9 feet to the ground.
Wow. That's a lot of snow.
That's a lot of fucking snow.
I
Jeez.
say we just set up here.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll support the weight of the fortress.
I mean, it has been from basically, right?
I don't know. How long have we been walking on this thick of snow?
You know that the last time you rested, during the whole penguin debacle, there was only about like 5 feet of snow. Well, like 6-7 feet of snow, and like several feet of that had come while you were set up. But you know for a fact you've at least been able to set the fortress on 2 feet of snow without much issue.
Well, here goes nothing. And I'll pop the fortress out.
And it crashes.
Hey, if we have to climb into the second window, so be it.
You're not wrong. I just worry
So-
about the inside.
So it, pops up and it hits the snow, and it sinks in a few inches, but by that point it's compacted the snow enough that it's more like a solid sheet of ice directly under.
Perfect. As long as
Nice.
it doesn't slide off.
Science.
It can't. It's got ice, or
Science.
it's got snow around the edges, about a 2-inch lip.
Innovation at its finest.
Oh, necessity.
Yep.
Well,
So you do have still a few hours till bed at least.
Tempest, some light training.
Yes, but I can't promise light this time.
All right. Well, take it up a notch then.
May I get involved in this?
You want to learn things aren't
Sure.
druid things?
No, I mean, I was just taking in a lot of consideration about what, what his name? His name?
Spiritonus?
Serotonis?
I was just taking in things that Spiritona said of how we can actually merge our spells together to make them strong, and I would like to kind of test the limits here. If you guys are okay. If not, then I will go do something else worthwhile.
Well, I'm certainly interested to see how we could test those limits, but I think we were about to practice hand-to-hand combat.
Okay, then I'll go do something worthwhile. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. You're welcome.
That's-
Well, I don't want to speak for you.
She took that well.
Yeah. Maybe Pius will.
We'll have a group spar in the morning or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe a group meditation.
Oh, that would be great to watch.
It would be
All
something.
right. So there's a good 5 hours till bed. Did you want to spend the full 5 hours sparring, or would you like to spend just a couple hours and then do something else?
Probably a couple tops.
Okay. What would you like to do with the rest of your free time?
What are you doing, Tempest?
Well, there's a tattoo you can continue on.
That's, if you weren't doing anything, I was going to ask you if you wanted to do that. Okay. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll spend the rest of the time working on that tattoo.
All right. We'll get you another 3 hours in there. Bias, how about you? You got 5 hours of time to do as you please.
Pius is going to, he's going to try to channel an Eldritch Blast through one of his Hope Crystal
Okay.
at a tree.
At a tree?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll the hit. Just make sure your accuracy is on point.
Okay.
No,
The first one is a 20 and the second one's a 26.
more than good enough. This thing had like a hardness of 12. You hit it more than well enough on point to be able to match its hardness. So you want, is it 2 or 3 bolts currently? 3. You hit the second
2.
upgrade. No.
Did I?
Cantrips go up by total character level, not by your caster level.
No, I
Level
know. I
11
just
is the
didn't
second.
realize.
Yeah.
Oh,
We are level 11.
okay. Well, I'll roll
So,
another one then.
great.
Fuck it.
Roll double damage.
30? Does that hit?
Yes, 30 very much hits. So go ahead and roll twice as many dice as usual. And double your modifier if you do get the Hydro Charisma. I can't remember if you have that invitation.
I do it. Ooh, shitty rolls. 30 damage.
30 damage. You still notice that, like, what launches out is noticeably more powerful than usual. But this amplification seems minuscule compared to what you've seen the Torment fragments do.
Yeah, I was just a little nervous to try one of those. I'll ponder on that.
Ponder for 5 hours?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll an insight for me then. Then, Twilight, while we're getting that roll, what are you doing for 5 hours? Oh, did we lose Twilight? Did we lose Star?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So she's going to, let's see. It's snowing, right?
Yes, it is snowing lightly.
Is there snow on the ground, or is it just like snow on the ground, right?
Did you miss the part where we blasted a hole that was 9 feet deep until it reached the ground?
Oh, I'm gonna go explore the hole.
We are
I
in
mean,
the
it's
hole.
not that. Yeah, it's not that big of a hole that was blasted. Pius blasted a hole that was like 6 inches wide, but it went down all the way to the ground, and it was like 9 feet deep.
Oh, so we're in the hole.
No, a 6-inch wide hole went 9 feet deep. It was just
Okay.
enough to see that the snow is 9 feet deep.
So I can't go explore the hole. Alright, that would be cool though.
I mean, not much to explore. It was literally a hole that went straight to the ground.
I don't know what she's gonna do. Because I don't think she can find plants that makes her high.
No, not at this point.
I don't know, let me think about it. I'll let you know.
All right, go back over to Bias is 26 insight. So you've had a few interactions with the hope fragments. You've had a fair number more with the torment fragments. And you notice that both do amplify magic, but if the hope fragments double the potency, the torment fragments multiply it by like 5. For some reason, the negativity is stronger than the positivity until they're put together and then they're equal forces against each other.
Okay. To know.
And you've been exploring your emotions, at least as far back as your memories are, such as with your time with Nick and Pallet as you've been going along. And you do kind of start to realize that the negative feelings have a tendency to just hit harder. Like something goes a little wrong, but it feels big. But when something goes well, it's like, hey, that's nice, and you kind of move on a bit quicker. That just seems to be how negative versus positive emotions function.
Okay.
So, Rath, you are about a quarter done with the overall back tattoo at this point.
Yeah.
That's more than enough time to kind of get the general outline done, at least. Not a ton in the shading, but a little bit in the shading.
All right.
Captain's still not back. Captain makes dinner for everyone.
I found out what I'm going to do.
All right, what's Twilight doing for 5 hours?
She's going to play with her paint set.
What are you going to try painting with it?
Let's see. She's gonna try painting like a really cool like vital that maybe can eliminate this poison that she's having.
You want to try painting an antidote?
Yeah.
Finally tired of the poison that's been in your veins since Wilfred's domain?
Yeah.
Actually, let me double check that.
What, that I can paint it?
Yeah, I'm just if it can actually have effects like that. Should it's a very weird item, the way it's worded and has restrictions but not as well. Yeah, I mean nothing says you can't create a functional antidote with it.
Cool.
It just can't cost more than 25 gold, and a really basic antidote, that's how much it costs. So yeah, you're not poisoned anymore. Finally.
It works.
Woo!
Heck yeah.
So
That
how
does not
much-
take 5
how many-
hours though.
Use this paint? Is it like a one-time thing or is it like always?
You can paint, what was it? Up to 10,000 cubic feet? Yeah.
So for
You
her
can
next-
paint a lot of things.
So for her next magic trick, she's gonna try painting a really kick-ass flower that makes her extremely high and the highest form of alcohol.
So, you paint, with the alcohol, you try to paint demon's blood. Because you know
Yeah.
that is like top tier, super awesome, and you take a little drink of it, and you realize it kind of came out like a basic beer. Well, not a basic beer, but like a basic vodka or ale, more so. You can't seem to recreate something of that quality.
What about the potency of the drug?
Same thing, it's pretty much dirt weed.
Back. She's gonna paint the night sky, and it's going to actually look like, like it's really nice out, like summery. She's just gonna
Like
kind of,
summer night sky.
yeah.
Roll dexterity, a d20 plus dexterity modifier for me then.
Let's see. Dexterity.
Dexterity.
I'm thinking it's there we go.
Doop doop. 10. You don't paint the best night sky. You kind of cover. You take about like 10 minutes, and you can only like paint right above you, or like only as far up as you choose to fly. But you go up like 80, 100 feet, and you paint over a 10-minute period like 100 square feet of just clear night sky. And you head back down and you look up at it, and even though like you painted this, by the time you get back down so you can look up and admire it, it's just kind of gone.
Fuck.
Unless you realize that unless you paint something that is very tangible, physical, that you can touch, it probably disappears quickly. And whatever you make is going to be relatively low potency, not very expensive. It's going to be like generic shit you'd buy off Wish.
I wonder if I can actually do something to one of my weapons. I wonder if I can like kind of paint something really cool on my weapon.
You're just going to try to paint a design onto one of your weapons?
Yeah. It's a random design.
Okay, give me another D20 plus dexterity then.
Like maybe a door on one of my weapons.
A door.
A door.
Okay.
Let's see. It's not letting me type it.
Oh no,
There we
it's not
go.
letting you type it.
And again, wow.
Another 10, another 10. You paint a very plain looking door. Like, you draw the frame, which is just rectangle, rectangle, rectangle. Then you draw the door, which is just one brown rectangle with a little circle for a doorknob. And you reach down to grab that little tiny doorknob and turn it, and the door opens up away from you. And there's just a hole through your blade where this door is.
She slams it shut and she says, I give up for right now.
You have made a fully functional door inside one of your weapons.
Huh. You know what? She's going to turn into an ant. And then she's going to try to go through the door.
It's a door through your weapon. You do so. I think we've run out of shenanigan time for Twilight. Alright, so everyone, you get through your stuff. Everyone's actually getting ready to lay down for bed. Is there any last minute quick details? Like Pius, do you want to express what you kind of the conclusions you came to, for instance? Tempest, do you want to show off what of the tattoos been made?
Yeah, I would confer with the group about what I've thought about
Alright,
and
let's have
experimented with.
see.
What was that, Tempest?
After Pius explains, since everyone's gathered, I wanted to see the progress.
It's not done yet. Still work in progress.
Describe
It
what
looks
the outline
great.
of it looks like?
I think I described it previously before, but it's that family tree tattoo that I told y'all about, where you can see different aspects of everyone with a sleeping tempest at the base of this tree, the starry night, the large tree growing up, captain's axes resting to the side, as well as a shield with Pius's visage in it, things like that.
Alright. Damn. Everyone is able to get themselves to sleep. And Lance, not Rath, you once again find yourself in Azaroth's domain. But this time, you're not standing at the base of one of those towers of blocks. You're standing at the top already, on one of the platforms with the, how have I forgotten what they're called? Confession booths.
Very odd indeed. I've never seen someone skip the game.
I didn't intend to.
As far as I know, the memories you were supposed to delve into involved seeing your former captain the night before you sailed off into that storm. Do you know why you would have skipped such a memory?
No, I can't say I do.
You know, this was supposed to be the final round of the game. Reach the top and you win. Let me tell you the purpose of this game. It is to sort out memories that you can't quite place how you feel about them. Ones that have torn your emotional state between positive and negative. Your time on the Storm Rider and subsequently the Kraken's Bane was both the best and worst times of your life in the end because of how it turned out. If you skipped this last portion, that night before you all sailed off into the storm, my guess is you already confronted that memory.
Yeah, you could say that. Confronted it and moved past it.
I applaud you. It's not an easy thing to do, to confront one's own past, especially something that you don't particularly like to remember.
Tragedies don't go away. They teach us lessons. And sometimes, once you find a focus, the past doesn't matter as much because you're following that into the future.
Well spoken. I think I'll leave you to your prize. One final ride in that confession booth.
Before I go, who are you?
No, there are many myths and legends about me in many different parallel realities. Most commonly, people would portray me as a demon. And in a sense, I am. Do you have any guesses about where we actually are right now?
I could throw out 1,000, probably. And I don't think I'd hit the mark, no.
We're in the land of dreams. Strong enough will, and one can control what they see, what they feel, what they hear. We often are forced to confront our greatest fears when we sleep. nightmares. I just make it a little more tangible. Nothing more.
Well, you've done your job well, sir.
I appreciate it. Most don't feel the same way. Most don't survive, to be honest.
I must be lucky then.
I don't think luck has anything to do with it. It takes a strong will to survive this game. Nothing more.
There's one thing I do have. I think will might be it. Good luck out there. And then he'll step into the booth.
All right. As you do,
the cone in the middle isn't drawn this time, so you can actually see through the grating. You can't make out what's on the other side from the normal position where you sit, though.
Do I never get to see you?
Sorry. I just, fucked up everything on my side for...
Okay.
come now, my boy. You should know who I am.
Knowing is a little bit different.
You can see the person on the other side lean forward. Their
beard is ragged, their skin peeling away. Death has set in. Pirate's hat adorns their head.
All this time, you still never came back. Not truly.
My soul is torn between the material and the dream, the astral, what you did that night. When you disrupted the ritual, you destroyed it, you tore apart all of our souls except your own. God damn it, I'm going Scottish again. Fuck it. God, I was practicing all week to make sure I could hit it. And I still can't do it. I'm feeling it pirate voice, and that's one I've always been good at, up until I need it.
He's Scottish.
He's Scottish.
Yeah, Captain Jones is not Scottish.
Throw with it.
You tore our souls apart. They're scattered to the winds. We'd made a deal that wasn't fulfilled. You didn't leave the crew, but your soul wasn't sacrificed. We're still beholden to that deal until you either quit or you die. But I've had time with Kraken. I've had time in this land of dreams. And I know for absolute fact that if this deal were to be completed, we would be immortal. And the only true catch is that we would be eternal servants of the Kraken. As much as that may not be ideal. I still don't want to lose you. I still want you by my side. You're my son. Cared for no one more than you, Rath.
Even on the other side, you can't see straight. What you did, you're saying the crew volunteered for this? All of them?
You're right. Not all of them. There's been time. And a few of them have put in their resignation. No longer a part of the crew, no longer beholden to the deal. Their souls have moved on. Most of the crew stayed. Most people fear death. They just took our opportunity to be able to be free of it. I don't think that's wrong. I don't think that's evil. We may have a difference of opinion about whether it's right or wrong to go this route about it. But I don't believe it's inherently evil.
It's not. I know it's not, and I still hate you for it. You took those people's lives, Cab. There was so much more you could have done with them. The steel wasn't worth the price paid, even if it was given and not taken. I'll find a way to get you out of this. But it's not to bring you back to me. It's so that you can have peace for yourself.
Perhaps it would have been better if I had done things differently. We'll never know. We can't change history. But me and the rest of the crew, we have no intention of going back on this deal. The next time we meet, it will be in battle. One way or another. Even if you forfeit yourself and leave the crew, when next we meet, we will draw steel. Unless you join us.
I'm sorry to say, Captain. I guess I'm killing a Kraken one day. And he just stares dead at where he thinks the eyes are on this person.
Well, this Kraken's a mighty one. Has the seed of divinity in it. That's how I know it can follow through on this deal. The deal it made with us and the Penguins were the last ones it needed to secure to reach its divinity. How about you let the good captain know? Blackbeak's waiting for him.
I'll give him my regards, or your regards, rather. It's not too late, Captain. You could join me instead.
We made our choice. After all this time, though, I'm still proud of you.
There's a tear, but he holds as much conviction as he can. Good luck, Captain. You're gonna need it.
Thank you. Go ahead and pull that rope. Wake up from this dream.
A nod, a pause, and a stare, and then the rope is pulled.
As the confession booth rises for the last time, you can see down below, as the booth becomes completely see-through. You see the towers that you climbed all this way, sequentially, one after the other. You can see out and beyond. And you can see, distant on the horizon, a landmass, the oceans, a wall of ice circling around it. You'd recognize it from this angle, from any map you've ever seen. You can see Maluviette from here, from this other plane of existence. You can see even farther beyond it, a single entity in a large cage. And then you wake up.
I look around. Is anyone else awake?
You
No,
good?
you seem to have woken up before everybody else.
Fuck. And he'll sit up, kind of look at everyone, leave all of his gear, his belongings, and step out into the snow. And at first, he's just letting the coolness of the air calm his nerve. And then as it gets calm, he feels like he needs to focus, and he just starts slowly going through the hand-to-hand techniques that he's been training with Tempest, and he'll do that until somebody wakes up.
Bias, you'll be the first one. And you always position yourself so you can kind of see. And as you kind of exit sentry mode and your vision focuses fully, you notice Rath going through the motions out front of the fortress.
He'll approach him.
Good morning, Pius.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I don't rightly know, my friend.
Hmm.
A little disturbed.
That is understandable. We did fight a god until we almost died, so I feel like that would take a toll on anyone, no matter how strong they are.
Pius, I've been having these dreams about
Dreams?
my past. Yes, about my past.
Hmm.
Things I've done. Things I couldn't remember. And, well, you know about my adventures before Pallet?
Yes, the Kraken's Bane, correct?
Yes. Or the... Well, yeah, let's leave it at that. The captain... What happened on that ship has always haunted me. And, I fear that much like the way our captain is haunted by the penguins he sees in every shadow, I fear my own captain might start following those shadows.
Is he still alive?
I don't think so.
Oh dear. If he is not with the physical realm, then following those shadows would be much easier for someone to do.
Well, I had a discussion with them, and I don't think there's any resolving it by diplomatic means.
Interjecting real quick. Tempest, you wake up and you notice Rath is not in the fortress right now.
I immediately get up to go look out the window.
You go down and you see Pius and Rath talking. This is where I just interjected. You're all on the same timeline.
You know,
I'm just gonna listen but not actually go outside.
Fair.
Rath, I don't think we're all alone in this, as far as being haunted by our pasts.
No, and I've commented before that I feel like this road seems to draw our past in a even faster chase with us. And that's something we should always be aware of.
Yeah. We've come quite the way, haven't we? From Pallet.
It's been a pretty long journey, but I'm glad to have made it.
As far as we have, yes. We still have quite some ways to go, but at least I know now that we will all make it. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Now I'll come out.
But
Twilight, you wake up now too, seeing Tempest heading down the stairs to head outside. You and Captain are the only two that are currently in the fortress, Twilight.
Oh, what? Captain and I?
Yes, Captain's still asleep, and you see Tempest heading downstairs to leave. Rath and Pius are not there.
and he turns as he sees Tempest step out. It is probably best we all know the dangers that are chasing us, so that is why I'm telling you. Tempest, I believe I may have made an enemy out of a dream.
I would say something, but honestly, probably not the weirdest thing we've encountered at this point.
Not even close.
No.
Is it bad?
As bad as anything we faced. The penguins that have assaulted us on a number of occasions. Have any of you listened to them, what they've said?
A little bit.
About a kraken?
Something?
Pius's lights glow brighter, signaling that his eyes have widened after you said that.
Are you both aware of what a kraken is?
I've heard stories.
Yeah, just from books I've read. Mostly fantasy.
Well, I'm of the opinion that it is probably higher on the food chain than the books make them out to be, which is pretty goddamn high, I believe. And I think not only has this kraken enlisted the help of our lovely captain's mortal enemies, the penguins, but my ship, the Kraken's Bane. What happened that day was a ritual in which they were trying to sacrifice their souls, and I interrupted that. And I'm pretty sure it's after me for it.
Do you know what the ritual, why they would sacrifice their souls? What would they have gained from that?
It sounded like immortality.
Damn.
Well, I'm sure they have a vendetta against you now, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Twilight yells out the window. It's fucking power, you dipshits! And she slams the window.
Anyway,
She slams a window that doesn't have a slammable part.
Yeah.
Despite her rudeness in it, the statement makes some amount of sense. It's power. That's what they're all after. Whether it's the Kraken or the Penguins or the crew of the Kraken's Bane. They're looking for power. That makes sense. Just when you really boil it down to its most base components.
but where would they be getting that power from?
Well,
Power always runs downhill.
The crew and the penguins get it from the Kraken. Where's
For
the
when
Kraken?
one of us fails, they gain power.
They gain power when we fail?
Yeah.
Fail to do what?
Achieve greatness, or like let's say if we encounter a penguin, all right, but the penguin wins and kills us all. Power. That's how they gain the power, through our loot, maybe, and our articles of clothing, possibly.
Our possessions are beneath them.
This is world-ending power we're talking about, Twilight. Clothes have nothing to do with it.
She has a
I
slight
was
point.
referring to our weapons, but yeah.
Either way,
The main point, I think, might be where they can create a vacuum of power. By eliminating us, for instance, they might be able to attain more from it. Or at least the ground between them and those of lower power might be steepened.
because we're the only ones that could possibly stop them.
Not the only ones, maybe, but possibly.
More than likely. Some people might not even know about the Kraken.
People know about Kraken. This one's a special case, I think.
Do you know of any weaknesses?
Whales. White whales.
What? A whale is the weakness to a Kraken?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
So, Captain's still asleep. But you all do remember him telling you the story of his first encounter with the penguins, and the Kraken, and the dragon turtle that saved them.
So not a whale, but a dragon turtle.
The one we met in that underwater castle.
Yes, actually.
I forget his name. Their name. I'm not sure.
Twilight, you had a long conversation with him. What was his name?
What?
The dragon turtle from the castle.
Just what
water
what did Raph say?
Name. Do you remember the name of the dragon turtle?
Dragon turtle.
When you were in the underwater dungeon? The big thing that awakened your powers so that you could have wings?
Oh, what was his name? I remember, but Star doesn't.
Apparently I never put the information into my main campaign tracker.
Oh, well, we'll just rename him. His name's Harry.
No. I don't think he gave you a name. Captain would be the only one I think that actually would know the dragon turtle's name.
Oh, well, I know what he is, and I know he gave me the wings, but I can't really put a finger on the name of it, but of him.
Either way,
Maybe it was Bilbo, or D, or...
No, it was
I
something
don't think he
probably.
remembers.
probably not.
Well,
Could
at
have
least we
sworn.
know what could help us, possibly, if we could find a way to contact this turtle.
We can.
How so?
We really can. The ring.
The gate?
Yeah. He's on a different platform than we are.
We'll need his name, I believe.
Last you knew, the dragon turtle was on the same plane of existence. He was traveling back to the ocean when you last saw him.
Right, so he would be going to the ocean, right?
Yes, but that's still the same plane of existence.
Oh.
That's just a different place in your plane of existence.
So I guess the ring won't work. What about what about the ring, the telepathic ring? that you have?
Ascending?
That might work.
Your sending
That could
jewelry
work,
only
yes.
connects to itself. Your network of sending jewelry only connect to each other.
Alright, I'm calling Patches.
There's a spell that we could send with.
Well, maybe. I mean, we're not fighting this kraken anytime soon, right?
I can't imagine it'll just show up this morning.
Well, no. Dang it, Rath. I'm not supposed to be able to yawn. How is that even possible?
It's the psychosomatic thing.
Right, bless you. Right. Oh my. I didn't think a robot could hit ADHD. I've lost my train of thought. Right, this morning. No krakens. Okay, I'm back on track. Yes, so, but did you, how do I word this? Do you think it will be soon? As in, within the month?
More than likely.
Okay, we'll be ready. And we'll follow your lead on this, Rath. As well as Captain.
But we're killing it.
No, I know. But if there's... you and Captain should be ahead on this mission when it comes to it. Most of us have no idea what we're going to be dealing with, but...
Oh, I
I
don't.
would just... Oh, well... Maybe... Captain would know, though, right?
Maybe. Usually whenever we're in those situations, all we hear is penguins, penguins, penguins.
True. But maybe the fear will knock some sense into him.
Hopefully.
When he finally comes face to face with it again. Maybe he'll be able to form coherent sentences.
What about Patches? Do you think we could ask Patches to see if we can communicate with this guy?
We will, when the time comes. For right now, we have plenty of time to think about it, at least for now, I think.
It would only take a bit.
Captain! You're back!
I've been back
Yes.
for a while. I did not realize I was still muted, though. So
Oh, so you
Well,
heard you heard like all this conversation then, basically?
yes, I was like, nobody's being able to hear me. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to be back. So you were all down there talking for a while. Like after Twilight, slammed the window, went down. That woke Captain up, and Captain's just kind of been standing at the door listening to everybody.
Holy shit, you sneaky little fuck.
A little bit.
Give me a heart attack, why don't you?
Hey, do you know the name of the turtle that actually gave me the wings? What's his name? I think it's Harry.
It wasn't Harry.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
What's the name? Do you know?
Oh, let me think.
Use your words carefully. What?
It was Krezax. There we go.
Ah, you did put it in your notes.
Krezak.
I like Harry better.
It wasn't Harry.
Well, there's a law. You can't name someone Harry if they don't have any hair.
That's actually not
That's
true.
a good point. That's
I
a
mean,
really good point.
in some countries, from what I heard growing up.
See?
You say some
Nick
countries
wouldn't
as
lie
if
to
there's
me.
more than 4.
And there's a community of gnomes to the south. All of them are bald from birth. And I've known a few Harrys there.
Yes, but do they have beards?
I don't remember.
Aha. Also, you would have to check their pubic hair.
Oh, darn it, I was just about to say
God.
that.
Haha. Beat you to it.
Good morning, Hermit.
Good morning.
Right. Well, I was just relaying to the group some more danger we might be in. Should we get breakfast going?
Yes.
Well,
Right.
you've conveyed some potential danger to come. So there was Noggeneath, and of course, I'm Finnegan, and I may not remember a whole lot. But if we're here, what else may have found its way here from Bastion is my concern.
I'm sorry, bless you.
Oh, Bastion was, that's where I was, well, before I came to Maluviette. Before I was reborn in Maluviette, I should say. I didn't just come here, I was reborn.
Well, if you were reborn, then why do you think anything else came with?
Well, Noggeneath, mostly. Although I guess we were essentially two sides of the same coin, so it might just be anxiety that makes me think there might be more. But I'm concerned because it was world-ending shit, to say the least. I know that much.
We'll make sure it doesn't get to that point. At least, no time soon. It's okay. You can relax.
Otherwise, we could just put it on the list of world-ending things that are coming up here.
No, those are.
I mean, that is why I brought it up. That way no one was blindsided if we suddenly saw a mountain-tall building of steel or something like that.
Is that something you've seen?
Yes, actually, Bastion was full of these buildings, 100 floors or more even. They were absolutely massive, filled with brilliant lights of all colors, and day, night, it didn't matter. The city was alive with activity.
Amazing.
Hey guys, so I gotta go. My neighbor needs my help, so, you care if I go, or are we gonna be much longer?
We're wrapping up.
Okay. I'm sorry
good.
to interrupt you guys.
No, you're
Okay.
good.
Loves. Kiss. Bye-bye.
With that discussion out of the way, everybody's able to start getting the breakfast done, gather everything up,
Food.
and you're all able to get back on the road.
Right.
On the road again.
I can't wait to get on the road again.
So with all of the of shit to kill, this'll be fun.
I have a feeling we'll be doing a lot of killing
Hey.
at some.
About
I never thought
no, keep going.
that I would be joining a whole group, enjoying killing a whole bunch of enemies together.
It's okay, Tempest. Don't get choked up. It's all right.
It's just
Okay.
it means so much. Killing alone just sucks.
Yes, killing with friends is so much better.
He sheds a tear.
I mean,
So you've been traveling for about 2 hours as you kind of start having this conversation. And as you say that, you kind of notice that where you are on the road, the trees have started to turn from pine to, God damn it. Oh my God. They look like giant cactus. There we go. They look like a combination of pine and cactus, but they're full-blown trees. Except right where you are, there are these 6 yellow trees, like 3 on each side of the road, and they're spaced out a fair amount. You're kind of like in the middle of these 6 trees at the moment. They're only about like 8 feet tall above the snow. And they look, the yellow, it looks almost like mucus dripping down.
Bonfire.
Yeah, this isn't sus at all.
Bonfire.
That's campfires. That's bonfire. Next to the tree.
As you go to do it, you kind of get interrupted. As you see the dretch, those demons, the ones that like smell like shit and look like, large, almost bear-like creatures that are just disgusting, kind of starts stepping out from around the other trees and forming a circle. And the Maluviette, the general, kind of steps out. Gotcha. And we're in there tonight.
What?
Oh.
About to
So-
kick some ass.
So for the VOD going up in YouTube, since we don't have a live, but if you're watching this after the facts and all that, since that's the only time you can watch it, appreciate it. We love you. As always. Bye-bye, Kubo.
Bye, fuckers.
Holy